Time to talk about that hot corner.
It's hot.
Third base for your 2017 fantasy baseball season. Love this time of year.
But if you love Fantasy Smack Talk and you want a Fantasy Smack Talk t-shirt, all that you gotta do is be nice to Fantasy Smack Talk. Subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment on this video. Good or bad comment. If it's bad, I understand. But good or bad, you're still in the mix for a t-shirt. We'll randomly select one of those comments, and then from there, we'll get in touch with you, or we'll private message, all of that. But either way, you do all that, you're getting a t-shirt.
We'll put it in a video right after opening day. So the cutoff is opening day for getting your comments in for opening day for baseball. If you want to check out all of our other rankings, get onto our website, check out all our other videos. But let's take a look at Tier 1. Tier 1 at third base is ridiculous. I mean, these guys all are going to go within the first probably 12 picks of your draft. But we got Arenado at our first guy. The guy's amazing. Then Chris Bryant, Machado, and Josh Donaldson. I mean, you really can't go wrong with any of these guys. Again, you're going to have to use a very high draft pick to get one, but we're expecting big seasons from all four of these guys. So
then, and this is why tiering is so important, right? If you don't get any of these guys in Tier 1, you move down to Tier 2, it's a lot of picks later. It's not like one round.
Later.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent little bit, so keep that in mind. First guy I'm going to highlight is Todd Frazier. So Todd Frazier's average certainly took a dip last year. He only batted .225. But his power certainly went up with 40 bombs. So league settings certainly look at that. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I think his average goes up and the home runs go down a little bit this year. Then Anthony Rendon, I really like him on the Nationals. He's the guy, if I'm missing on all those stud third basemen and I'm not looking for specific categories, he's kind of a do-it-all type of guy, but nothing great. Jack of all trades, master of nothing type of thing. Ooh, I like that. That's clearly I didn't make that up. But he bats about 270, 20 bombs, 12 bags last year. He's a hit for average 15-15 guy. But that's still good. You can get him late.
And if I miss out on those guys, I'm probably waiting until Tier 3 and going after the first two guys in this tier. You know, Matt Carpenter, he's very close to being up in Tier 2. I mean, you could definitely make an argument that he should be up in Tier 2, but I think he slips a little bit just from the injury concerns from last year. His average is down at 270, but the guy loves extra base hits. Go back and look at his 2015 stats. Amazing. I mean, it was only 2 years ago. He could easily go back to that, but he is 31 years old. But Matt Carpenter, definitely a guy that's gonna, we're expecting to have a nice solid season, just solid across the board except for steals. And then Jake Lamb. I mean, this is the youngster that I like. 26 years old, took big steps last year in terms of his production. Batting average could improve. It was only around 250, but almost 30 home runs, over 80 runs, over 90 RBIs. I mean, what's not to like? 26 years old, you got to think he's going to keep progressing. So Jake Lamb, very interesting young third baseman.
As we move into Tier 4, I want to first highlight Justin Turner. So there is some younger guys in this position. So if you're going to grab some of those gambles, some of the younger guys a little bit earlier, then I'd like to back them up with a guy like Justin Turner. He's not going to set the world on fire. He's not going to do anything amazing, but he's not going to really hurt you anywhere either. So he's the type of guy I like to pair with a young with upside. If that upside doesn't pan out, then you can plug him in. If the upside does pan out, then who cares? It was a late round pick. And then the other guy I want to talk about, we don't have him. He's got the pedigree. He just hasn't ever panned out, really. And Mike Moustakas, I'm personally giving him this year. If it happens this year, great. If it doesn't happen this year, really, pedigree or not, and I know he's had flashes, he's been decent, but last year he didn't have, he only had 100 at bats, because obviously there was the injury issues and whatnot, but he did bat 240, 7 home runs, nothing great, but the pedigree's been there. We've heard about this kid forever. If he doesn't break, this is my last chance, Mike. You either live up to your pedigree or you're off the Name Kills list forever.
Oh, man.
Heard it here first.
I'm sure he's
shook.
Nervous.
I'm going to get a call from Mama Moustakas yelling at me.
He's nervous now. Our last tier, still some interesting guys down here to consider. Eduardo Nunez I want to talk about with San Francisco. 29 years old, so it's still a chance that we haven't seen the best out of him. Batting average right around 290, and he's just kind of solid and then really great steals. So, I mean, he has 40 steals, a little bit of pop at 16 home runs. I mean, I think, we pretty much know what he is at this point, but for how late you're going to get him as a decent steal specialist that you maybe have on your bench as your second, third baseman, I think he's definitely a nice option for that. And then Kong with Pittsburgh. I mean, he hasn't really lived up to the hype since coming over into the bigs, but he's shown some flashes. But he is dealing with some DUI issues and some off-field concerns, so we're not really sure exactly how that's going to impact him joining the team and being with the team if he's going to get suspended. So that's why we got him way down here, just because of the uncertainty. But if he doesn't get suspended or whatever, and he is starting on the team, opening day, move him up some, because he does still have top 10, 15.
It seems like tough. He'll be
potential.
starting opening day. It's just third DUI, something like that, fleeing the scene.
He could, yeah. But if he does, he
you never
could
know.
be top 15 type potential. So
make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and then you're automatically entered to win a T-shirt. And for our long-time Fantasy Smack Talk, if there's any Donger hate out there you want to throw in the comments, I'm just saying you might get some bonus points. And if you don't know what that is, go watch all of our old videos and try to figure it out, which you'll never do.
It's going to take a while. Check out all our other rankings. Subscribe. Hit the little button down here if you're not subscribed. We need more of those.
Give me one.
Terrible.
I was trying to throw it at the camera.
No.